Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Thought Foundation. Again, it's been a while and after the break, but being that we promise we'll be coming back to get feedback and see how everyone has been faring. So we are here again to carry on what we've been doing. The Thought Foundation, as we all know, is for upskilling, reskilling, to teach people about the internet, telling us about our health. We discuss about fitness to work. We talk about how do we uh, um, relate with one another in work environment. We talked about people trying to get into a job. How do they upskill themselves? How do they get more knowledge about where they are going to? How can you change your career? How can you fit properly into the society that we live in? So today is another day that we've set aside specially to promote what the National Lottery has been doing for us. We are here again to sort of tell them thank you for what they've been doing, to voice our mind, to tell the let people know what we want within our community, so that we can package everything and send back to them to say, this is what we want. Please, could you help us? Our society need this, they need that. So how do you help us promote this type of a project within the community? So we are here again to sort of round up what we'll be doing, ask you various questions if you've got one. If you can email me, like I've got some messages already when I put it in the our platform, to check if there is anyone that want a pressing need. But because we've been operating on this platform, so we want everybody to voice their view about what they want, because people have one needs or the other which they will not be able to pass across to writing. They really want to say it, voice their let's know their view. So we've come here again to sort of hear this type of view from every participant here. And before we go into that in details, we've got Madam Toyin. I call her my madam. She's my madam. I'm telling you. She's right here. She's been with us. She's not new to the system. She's been with us. She normally joining, but you hardly see her like this, showing her face. But because I specially invited her, I want her to tell us how far she has gone, because she's an amazing lady. Why am I saying this? I know we all know how she started. She's been at the top before, but in this field of her career, she's started somewhere, and she gets to a particular level that people will ordinarily say, how do you manage? You were here and you just jump to the other side. But she's got lots of experience and worth to a reservoir of knowledge that she will share with us concerning her journey so far. That is why we have to sit down and listen to her. Let's enjoy it. Then I'll give opportunity for everyone to say their mind, what they will want this platform to really give to them in future. And also, we have little gifts that we would like to share at. We still want your address at the end of the program. Let's give Madam Toyin opportunity to talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Owa. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I know when you first spoke to me, I thought, where did that come from? But since I've been part of this platform, it is my joy and pleasure to be part of this and to share my experience with everyone on the platform. My journey started a few years back, but before then, I was, like you said, I was a senior manager for 17 years within the energy sector. I work with one of the big fives in the country. I was the operations manager. I was asset manager. I worked in various capacities as a senior manager. But, with everything in life, life happens. And 2017, the company decided they're moving some of the work to other parts of the country. So I was made redundant. So after redundancy, after almost 20 years in the organization, I thought, I know nothing. Where do I go from here? So the first thing I said, I'm just going to take my time. I took some time off, like 3 months. I said, I'm just going to relax. I'm not doing nothing. I've worked so hard for so many years. So when I then decided to start looking for a job, I'm sure a lot of you people might not relate to this because I haven't looked for a job in a long time. I decided to go to the job center in Woolwich, actually. And when I got there, I saw one of my colleagues that was made redundant as well. And he's already working there. And he was asking me, why am I here? Have I left as well? I said, yes. I said, I'm here to actually job search. And he started laughing. He's a white man. And he said, oh, they don't do that anymore. So I thought, okay, so how do I look for a job? He said, everything now is done online. So I came back home. I started looking. The next role I got was for another energy company, but this time it wasn't in London. I had to go all the way to Nottingham. So I came home, spoke to my family. We decided, okay, I should go ahead. So I stayed there Monday to Friday and come home for the weekend. I did that for almost a year. Then I was headhunted by another energy company in Portsmouth. So I started that, and I was going from London to Portsmouth every day. Eventually, after 2 months, I said, I'm not doing this anymore. So I started looking around and thinking, what am I going to do? So because I've always been in management, I decided I was going to go and study health and social management, health and social care management. My family were like, what? I said, yes, I'm doing it. So I registered that November of 2018, and I started college. And what I was told was after 2 years of college, I could just do a year top up because I wanted to be a nurse at that point. I could do a 1 year top up to be a nurse. But at the tail end of the second year, when I started asking the college questions, they couldn't give me a definite answer. So then I knew what they've told us wasn't right. So I've almost completed, I think I have 2 months to go to complete my second year and to finish. I then got a job with Sainsbury as customer relations manager. And I started that November. So I said, I'm not wasting my time. I stopped the college. And they said for me to get my certificate, I have to, at that point, have an experience because I've never worked in the healthcare sector. I have to have experience. So I went to register with one of the care homes in my area as a care assistant just to get the experience. I remember the manager asking me back then, saying to me, I've seen your CV, this is not a managerial role. You are applying for a care assistant role. And I kept saying, yes. The administrator in the home also called me. I said, yes. On the day of the interview, they asked me severally, are you sure you want to apply for this job? And I said, yes. So I applied. When I applied, I then applied to uni. I said, I'm still going to do the nursing. So as I applied, I started working in Sainsbury. I went for the interview at the uni. I was given unconditional offer that year. It was December 2019. And I said, I'm going to defer my offer till September 2020. But when I came home and I spoke to my family, they said to me, by the time you're waiting for till September, you'll have almost completed 1 year, because they then gave me the option of starting in January. So I decided to go and start in January. When I started in January, we spent 2 months in the university. It was all new to me. I've never worked in the healthcare sector, but I started working as a care assistant as well, as a bank staff. So I'll go in when I can. So I started, and we started our placement. We have to do the hospital placement. We are scheduled to start in March. I think the week we started, COVID came into play. So they pulled us out, and we were thinking, what are we going to do? So we were home for almost 3, 4 months before the unit could get their act together and decide, okay, we're going to be studying online. It wasn't easy. It was tough because we had to study online, and we were stopped in March. October, they pulled us back. They said we have to come back to our placement. And we were promised that we will not be sent into any area where there's COVID. But behold, I was one of the people. I was put in the respiratory ward where it's proper COVID. I was a year one student who's never worked in this sector before. I was put in at the deep end to work in the COVID ward. And I went to our student coordinator and I said, oh, but they told us that. She said, well, this is it. So I had to pull my socks up and just go with it. So hence I started. And to God be the glory. 2 years, it wasn't easy. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to lie. It wasn't easy. Nasawa is one of the people that supported me because I will always talk to her, call her, and say, oh, this is what is going on. I don't know what I'm going to do when I finish. How am I going to get a job? And she will always encourage me to say, don't worry, finish first. You will definitely get a job. Just finish, and then you take one baby step at a time. So because I see that, and I see her as one person that does encourage me. It's not just her, there are a few other nurses that I've met in the course of this journey that were there for me, that they will encourage me. My family was a pillar of support. Sometimes when I write my essay, I'll get everyone in the house to read it. And they'll be saying, you're the one going to university, not us. So I'll say, no, you have to read it. So they will help me to read it and give me feedback. And so I finished January this year. So when I finished, I told Nosawa, I finished now. But when I was in second year, because I've never worked in the sector before, one of the hospitals in the area had an open day. So I decided to go to see what it's all about. But I went just to um, explore, but I came home with a job offer. I was just in year two. So I was happy that at least I've got something. So I told Nasawa, and she said, keep going. Let's just wait and see what happens. So when I finished, I told a few people that I finished. And one of the people I told was my auntie. And she said, oh, don't you want to work in the care home? And I thought, okay, I don't mind. Because people have been telling, I've known the experience that I've been through in the hospital. I know it's a very fast-paced environment, and you meet all sorts of people, people challenging mentors, supervisors. They will grind you to the ground. You just have to keep going. You will meet people who will be horrible. You meet some nice, lovely people, but majority of the time, because you're a student, people don't care. You have to do all the donkey jobs that is going in the world. So when I finished, I was offered to the care home. I was asked to put my CV together, to send it, apply for the role. I applied, and I went for the interview, and I got the job. That was in January. And then I started. I'm still new. Everything is still new to me at this point. Um, 3 months into the role of a nurse, I was then, because when I went for the interview, they saw my CV and everything and what I've done in the past. They told me that it's a managerial role going. And I'm like, what? It can't be possible. And I was told to apply. It took me a week to apply because I kept thinking, nah, I haven't even established myself in this role. How can I go for a managerial role? But I was encouraged and advised to believe in myself. So I went for the interview and I got the role.
Ooh.
So I got the role, for a week or so. I couldn't believe it that I got the role. But I just want to encourage everyone on this platform that nothing is impossible. With hard work, embrace a positive mindset. This will help you to navigate through challenging situations. Focus on the impact you are making on lives and the lives you are influencing, as well as look at the end goals, what you set out that you want to achieve. Prioritize self-care for yourself, as well as caring for others. This can be emotional and physically demanding sometimes, but please don't stop, keep going. Self-care, like I said, eating healthily, getting enough rest, as well as finding an hobby and activities that brings your day and makes you to relax. It will be very good. Seek support and build a strong support network. Like I said, Nasawa is one of my network supports with colleagues, with mentors, um, and group from your field, within the field, people that are already in the sector. Build that relationship with them and sharing experiences and success with others who understand and provides value and insights, and they will also give you encouragement to keep going. You need to set a realistic target for yourself, smaller achievable milestones. This will help you to stay focused and also motivate you to achieve what you need to achieve, because most of the time you'll be down and you'll be thinking, do I really want to do this? I got to that point several times and I'll say, I don't think I can continue with this course. But with encouragement from the network that I've got and their support and family, I kept going. As well as celebrate each milestone that you've reached to say, yes, I've got to this point. I can keep going. Practice self-reflection is very important. Continuously learn and grow. Embrace a growth of mindset and use setback as an opportunity. Don't see it as a negative. See setback as an opportunity for you to develop yourself. Maintain boundaries between work and personal life. That is very important. Find time to spend with family, with friends, and all your network of people. Stay resilient always. Work hard and believe in your ability to succeed. Your dedication and resilience will lead you to success. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate this time with you, honestly.
Thank
It's
you,
like
Nasa.
you know how it is that this is what we used to discuss together. It was suddenly you find out that it's the reality, it's
Yes.
something one should be proud of. I'm so proud of you, in all ramification. The reason why I'm saying this is not
Thank
because
you.
I remember when we work together, you
Yes.
always say, oh, this and that. I keep on saying, oh, why will you say that? There is nothing you cannot get. Just keep
Yes.
pushing.
Yes.
This is just what I have learned from your own experience. You said we should be positive mind, have positive
Yes.
mindset.
My always
That
mindset.
is very important. I am saying this now. We have Antonia, Mina, and every other person on the platform. Why am I saying this? I'm saying it doesn't really have to be a bigger job per
No.
se.
Yes.
Whichever level you are operating, don't be comfortable in your zone.
Yes.
Try to think of the next step. Today is another day. Today is a day, tomorrow is another day. As you
Yes.
are in today, be thinking of what tomorrow, you plan ahead for tomorrow.
Hmm.
Think of, this is my position now. I don't want to remain in this position today. I want to move on. It could be just a step, not just a jump, but definitely you will get somewhere. That's the most, because most people, they feel they are comfortable in where they are. They don't want to make attempts. Some are scared. They don't want to venture things. This is not how we're supposed to see life. Whichever venture you are taking, be happy. and make yourself comfortable wherever you are doing. Try to see happiness in it. Let's put panic aside. Sometimes it might not be easy the way I'm saying it. You might be feeling, that type of, how will it be when I fail? But because we are in this platform, I'm saying, even when you fail, dust your body. When you fall, dust your body, move on.
I keep going, yes.
Keep going. It's only telling you, I'm not a failure. This is the beginning of a better grant for me.
Yes.
So this is how I see things, So we've gotten something from Madam Toyin experience. Let's hold tight to it, because I know we are going to come back to this platform. We have more things that we are going to celebrate together, Another thing I am still going to bring out of her own experience is that she is my manager today. Do you know that? Madam Toyin is my manager today, although I do part-time in where I work, but she is a manager in where I work. I'm so proud of her.
Thank you, Auntie.
This is what I want. If you have that zip, go for it. Be a manager in whatever you want to do. Think of, I want to be the head. This is what I always tell my children. Whatever you do, do it well. Be the head and not the tail, because I'm meant to be the head. Yes. And when we have that positive mindset, the sky is just the beginning of whatever we are doing, not even the limit. So I want to say thank you for sharing your experience, because it's not everyone you can call on to do this type of sharing of experience. Madam Joy, you have something to tell us, please. I want to see your face. Okay then, thank.
Okay, Madam Toyin, I'm so inspired. Lovely to meet you. Online anyway. So hopefully we might meet one day. I'm really, really, really inspired by your journey. You make it sound so smooth, so easy, but I know that it's not easy to be an adult learner.
Yes.
You're running a home.
Yes.
You're trying to work. You're trying to earn a living. You're trying to juggle everything at the same time. It's all happening at this, and it's just one person, So you must have a certain type of resilience to be able to go through this journey. You must be ready, be set for it, because what you've achieved, some people haven't achieved in 10 years. What you have achieved in a few years, what you've achieved in the career within 1 year. It's some people 8, 5, 10 years journey. So I must commend you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
No, that's okay. That's amazing. It just shows that anything is possible if you believe in yourself.
Possible. Yes.
Everything is. You can reach your goals, your height, anything that you have set for yourself, any goals that you've set for yourself. It is very much. But as long as you put your heart to it and you work towards it, don't just say, don't dream it, don't think it, without taking actions. There must be actions to follow those thoughts, those dreams that you have. And you've taken the right actions. You've sought support. You've connected with your systems, your support systems, and today, you're a manager, so it's really amazing. What would you say? My question is, because obviously you had a extensive managerial experience before you go into health and social care, and it's a transferable skills. Let's be honest. So that's what you've used, and that's worked to your advantage. But what would you say is the most difficult challenge you had? Just looking at people that are here thinking, oh, are you sure I can do that? What do you think was done? How did you overcome it? Obviously, you went through different challenges at different times. But where would you say you reached your boiling point where you thought, you know what, that's it now?
I will say probably during placements. When you're doing your placements and you meet all these people, people will look at you because, like you said, adult learner, they'll look at you thinking, where have you been that you're just coming to study now? How can you be studying at this age when you're supposed to be? You understand?
They
but
make
because people don't know your journey, they don't know where you're coming from. They look down on you. They talk down on you. Well, you just have to dust it off and keep going. I remember there was a day in one of the wards, we were serving lunch. And normally when we get to that ward, the manager will tell you, I do not want to see any student with their mentor or supervisor in the morning. All you do is wash patients, lay beds, and that's it. You don't do any other thing. And before you know it, they've done medication. So you have to try and struggle to, get things
And
that you need
some
to.
stuff, yeah.
Exactly. So saying that day, one of the managers called me as we were serving food. And she said, where do you work? And I said, I don't work. I'm a student. And she said, no, 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 I don't mean now. Where have you worked before? When I now told her, I said, oh, I used to be a manager. And she said, when I see you, I've never worked with you, but I could tell there's something about you that's different from the other students. You don't wait to be told what to do. You know what you're supposed to do. You know where you're supposed to be. You don't hang about. You do what you need to do, and you go home. So I just said thank you to her and went on. I did experience, I was even telling one of the someone came into our office today. She's just started nursing from when she started talking to me as well. So she's also gone into nursing. So she came into the office today and she was telling me, oh, she's going to start placement. So I was advising her, telling her, it's not going to be easy. You'll meet some horrible, some nice people. Just be, put your head down, do what you need to do. Don't argue with them. Otherwise, because I still have one of my classmates that hasn't finished. We finished back in January. The last 3 months, which is our management placement, she's done it. This is her fourth time they keep failing her. And this woman is over 60.
Wow.
So I said to her, I said, when you go there, just put your head down. Whatever they throw at you, just take it and keep going. And because I used an example, I said in my year one, when they put me in that COVID ward, my mentor, she doesn't care. At 7 o'clock, everybody's leaving. All their healthcare assistants are going, and I will have to stay. She will not allow me to go until it's 7:30. So one day, everyone was going, and this woman, because she's got COVID, she's in the side room. She messed up herself, and she said to me, "You have to clean her up before you go." I said, I had to do all of that by myself. We lost a patient to COVID, and she said to me, get there and help them pack. That was my first experience, and I was just in year one. Get there and help them pack the body. So I've seen it all. And for me to now come out at his end, I now go back to that same hospital to do assessment as a manager. I saw one of my classmates 2 days ago. We went to Queen Mary to assess one of our recommendation from the council. And I was just working, and my classmate was there. She was working. And she looked at me and said, what are you doing here? I said, oh, we've come to see someone. And she said, oh, are you in the care home? I said, yes. And then in the night, she called me. She said, oh, you look like a manager, because I haven't told any of them, because we
It's
haven't
probably
even
the
done
way
our
you were holding
graduation.
your files.
I know. She said, you look like a proper manager. I then introduced my manager that this is my manager. We are both here. And she said, but you look like a manager. Are you a specialist now? But I couldn't tell them because we haven't even graduated. We are graduating in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I just smiled and I said, oh, we're just here to see someone. So,
Wisdom, isn't it?
yes. So, like you said, there's ups and downs. I remember when I first started the journey and I told my children that I'm going to uni to do nursing. My daughter said, Mom, at your age. And I said, don't worry, let me see how far I can go with this. And God being my help, I was able to finish, even with COVID and everything. So I just want to encourage everyone, like I said, please, everything is possible. We are all here to support one another. That's why this platform is here. Let's tap into each other to build each other up.
Yeah. I've still got one more question. Sorry.
Okay.
So what would you say to people that are managers or seniors here? What advice would you give to them? What would you do differently if you were to find yourself, in a hospital or as a mentor? Because obviously you're in a senior role now. So there might come a time in your career where you have to mentor another nurse or another person. What would you say you do differently based on your experience?
For me, I've always said that, even when we were there, that whatever they did that was incorrect, I will try and do the opposite. Um, even for those people that have passed through me when I was a manager before, they always say, Auntie Toyin, she's not a manager. She's everybody's auntie. I always have time for everyone. I will advise them, even regarding their home life. When I was a manager, I remember there was a time majority of the people on my team, they were having babies, and I advise them on how to do things. People who are managers, we need to try and wear the shoe of that person that we are mentoring. Try and put ourselves in their position, what they are feeling. Because most of them,
Empathize.
because they've come out on the other side, they are forgotten that they were once students and they treat students anyhow. They treat their subordinates. They
Yeah.
look down on them. We shouldn't do that because we are all human beings and we've all come from somewhere before we got to where we are. That's the way I see things. Even now, Auntie Owa can attest to it. The people, because it was that same care home where I was a care assistant, that I'm now the manager. So you can see
Wow.
the transition. So all those
Yes.
nurses that used to direct me and give me instructions and look down on me, I now manage them.
That's life.
So yeah, that's life.
Yeah.
But saying that, I still respect all of them and
Okay.
I still, try to maintain that boundary. I
Yes.
don't treat them as if, yes, now I'm your boss. I still treat them with respect. Respect is very important.
Very, very.
And I think when they told all of them that I got the role and I'll be coming, that was what most of them were saying. She's very humble. She's down to earth. And I think being humble and down to earth will take people far, even though you are at the top, please. Because look at me, I was at the top and then I became a care assistant. So anything can happen. So every time, let's not think we are at the top, we are the ultimate. Let's always think back. And remember, those people that you meet on your way up, you might need them when you're coming down.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
Okay.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Auntie Toyin. I'm
Thank you.
so happy for this opportunity of having to talk about this in this platform. I just want to have one more advice before I ask the house if they have any view concerning what they will be expecting from the platform. That advice, particular advice, is which whenever we are looking for something, like most people that will be going into internship or going to do placement, if they want to study, no matter what is going on within that particular environment, put yourself down and achieve what you want to get from them. At that particular time, because it works for me when I was a student. They wouldn't even know my other side of life, what I'm doing, my position in life. They wouldn't know anything. But in that particular bit, I will ask them, do you care for coffee? Should I give you a cup of tea? You are buying people already by doing that. I'm going to do some shopping. Do you want me to get something for you if it's possible? Okay, I want to go to the kitchen. It's break time, it's snack time, whatever. Do you want a cup of tea? Talk to your mentor like that, because there are people here that are still thinking of going into school to study, to do nursing or any healthcare work, whatever the area you want to go into. But you need to be under someone mentoring you. Sometimes those mentors, they frustrate you.
Yes.
No matter how they try to frustrate you. I have a lot of my colleagues, some just like what Madam Toyin was talking about. They didn't graduate the same time with me. I have someone that didn't graduate the same time with me. And I've been telling her, she's a very close friend. I said, calm down. It's not everything that is in your mind. You just pour out that, oh, I want to let it loose because you don't take rubbish. I say, when you are looking for a particular thing, take rubbish. Immediately you get your pin. Madam Tony, they've given you your pin. Will anybody take that pin away from you just like that? Those methods, immediately they issue you that your pin, you see their mood change. you become, it's like, well, we are not the same. You understand? So at that particular time, you are doing intention, practical or placement or whichever area you are, gain, even when you are learning tailoring or you are learning one trade or the other, at that particular time you are learning that trade, put your head down, that they will always say in Nigeria, bring yourself down and achieve what you want to achieve. Get the skill, get all the knowledge you need to tap. Because at that particular time, no matter how knowledgeable you are, your mentor has a build of knowledge. He has a reservoir of knowledge that is going to give to you. So by the time you go in, you are tapping from it. Even when you know, sometimes I pretend I do not even know what they are talking about. You know, I just be in there. Oh, is that how they do it? Oh, thank you very much. Then, okay, what about if I add this to it? What about if I add this to it? What do you think? They say, they will not turn and say, oh, do you mean if I add? I say, yes, I think it will go well. Let's try it. And they say, oh, how do you know that? You know, but you two have knowledge, but you don't need to tell everybody, oh, this is what I have. Tap from what they've got, your mentor, what they've got, and it helps a lot. By the time you get that knowledge, you are out of that place. Oh, I tell you, they can't take it away from you. You know, and people that go into placements, I have this to even tell, because this is a platform to use the opportunity to discuss about this. Try to give your mentor a gift when you are leaving. No matter how bad that mentor is. I have told my friend, I told everybody, people around me that are coming to ask for one thing or the other, buy them a gift. I have a mentor. I was pregnant when I was doing my placement in that place, you know. As far as they accepted me in that place, if I'm going home, in short, immediately I finished, that was when I gave birth to my daughter, you know. So as if I'm going home, I will be telling her, please, just let me go. It was a very far distance place from my home. Let me not take my break so that I can go home early. At least let me go and see my children, you know. She will say, no, go and take your break, but I will tell you when you will leave here. Everybody will be picking their bag, they will be going home. Hey, I will turn around, look everywhere. I say, what type of thing have I put myself into? In short, I want to go angry, but I will, as in chucking the whole thing, package the thing within myself. I'll pretend nothing is happening. But sometimes, you know what, how she surprises me, because she really wants to bring the bad side out of me, you know.
Yeah,
but I'm not letting go, you know. I won't let her see that bad aspect of me, you know. Sometimes early, she will just come from nowhere. Oh, wow, you can go home. I say, this is like, it's not time to, it's not, people are still there, they are not going home. You say it's time to go home. But the day I really needed her to let me go, she won't. You know, at the end of that placement, everybody know her that she's not a good person. Anybody that passed through that placement area, they know this particular lady. But you know what? I bought her a special gift that she would, when I gave it to her, she was almost passing out. I gave it to her. She said, you bought me this gift? I said, yes, because you are a special mentor. I praise that. Do you know, I spent, after my school, I spent a year at home, not working, maternity. Then my first job, she was the one that did did a reference for me. You know, I called her within a short notice. She's done that. She said, anytime, any day, I should call her. You know, so let's try to maintain good relationship, even when we know that this person is not doing well for us. But your life will teach the person what to do. It's like you are giving them, how will I put it? You are sort of making them change their way, even if their way is not good, you know. And sometimes it means well for us, because it makes us learn the skill, because we are so much in a hurry to run at. That makes us learn that particular skill that we are running away from, because we want to live. We have overload of too much of things they'll be teaching us on the placement. Okay, let's move on from these aspects of placement and other. Okay, do we have anybody in this platform platform that have want to share his own journey, or even if you don't have journey to share, but do you have something that is really bothering you that you want this platform to discuss, so that we can please raise that topic somewhere? As we have people that have this in the platform, please could you help us? Let's have funding and all that. Do we have people amongst us that will want to contribute? Martha. Hello, Martha, are you not there? It's like Martha is very far off. We are supposed to have some, Martha is supposed to tell us about her journey as well. Martha?
Yeah.
Yes, so
Sorry, I was
please.
speaking with Calvin, yeah.
Okay, are you free to talk to us now, if you, to advise
No,
us?
not now. Not now. Just give me a few minutes here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Before I leave the house, yeah.
All right, no problem. Amina, Avi, Antonia. You can unmute yourself, Antonia. What is happening to everyone today? We've been talking too much. You didn't allow them to talk. Antonia, do you have anything to say? Do you have any idea to share with us? What do you want us to do in the platform, or do you want to send me a message on what you think we should carry on forward, or to discuss with the founder? Do you have anything about your children, education, extra lessons? I've listed a lot of things in the platform, so that in case we need something to discuss about, pressing need, you can easily say that, or you can email me if you do not want to say anything. Yeah, but Amina, you used to have something to tell us. What's going on? It's all right. Okay, I will advise us to write our number down, our address, because we want to send us some little package that will have to say thank you for supporting us, believing in the Thought Foundation. Please, you can do that. You can do that privately. You don't need to write it on the platform. You can send it to my email, the Thought Foundation fdt@gmail.com, or www.thethoughtfoundationfdt.co.uk. That's our website. Then, or you can send private message to my WhatsApp as well. I will be able to get that message passed across, or get your number so that we can send it to you. So if you do not have any message to cascade, we can as well.
So now yourself, I'm just going to talk for a few minutes because I need to go now.
That's fine.
I don't really have much to say other than to say a big thank you to Madam Owa for all she has been doing and for setting up this group. It has been an amazing journey, and I've actually really enjoyed it. And I remember when we go to care homes to help the elderly.
Yeah.
As soon as we walked in, the smile on their face goes along. Oh my God. And when we are leaving, they will say that they are checking that, oh, we are leaving again. And the next time they will see us, they are always happy. And my advice is that if we can still try again to source for funds and still continue with them, it will be really, really good, because I can see that every single work that they did, we printed it and gave it to them.
That's true.
You can see the smile on their face. Even the elderly, their parents. There was one that they even bought laptop for. What was his name again? One of the
this other
They
man
bought
in the
laptop
other
for
place.
him. Yeah, yeah, because the family, they were really, really happy, and they saw the way we were teaching them, and so they were interested. They wanted us to do more, but due to funding, we are not able to. It's only we can only do like few days with them, so which was not really enough for them. If we can source for funding, and I don't mind going there again, because that's my brighten my day anytime I go there. And I will
Nice
really, really,
matter.
really thank you for all you've been doing. For I like Madam Toyi said that you've been like a source of pillar to her. Likewise, me as well. I met you in Bupa, and since then, my life has transformed.
Oh,
I
Master, stop. You are amazing, please.
honestly, honestly, because there are some things I would say, oh no, I can't do it. You say, oh Martha, you can do it. Go ahead, do it. You are always there to push. You are always there to mentor, and I really, really appreciate that. Honestly, even my husband, anytime he's always saying, over, 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 over. Why? Because of all the things you've been doing. You know, there are some husbands, the way you speak, you talk about your friend. Say, oh, I don't want that kind of friend. You shouldn't make, uh, uh, they'll just push you away from that kind of friend, you understand? But immediately I mention your name, he will say, oh, if it's over, go ahead and do it. As soon as I tell him, this was what we discussed and I want to try it. Oh, if it's over, go ahead and do it. So I want to thank you, and I want to also say, keep it up. We don't have, we cannot reward you, but it's only God that will reward you for all you're doing.
Oh,
You
thank
understand?
you,
So
Master. Thank you.
even I know this job you're not being paid for, but God will pay you in billionfold in the mighty name of Jesus.
Thank
So
you,
I want to say
Master.
thank you. Yeah. And again, if there is any like funding again, to me, I will want us to like treat like mental health, because
Okay.
mental health
Mm-hmm.
is really, really rampant in our
Mm.
community. You
Yeah.
will not know what people are passing through.
Not at
Stress is a
all.
mental health.
Mm.
So yeah, when I go to work and I see young adults that have got mental health, I'm like, oh my God, wow. You understand? So if we can treat them and there is awareness, so people will know that is a thing that we need to look into. You understand? So I would really appreciate that if there's any funding next time, we can, we can treat mental health.
Let's
Anyway,
Andrew talk.
I will stop for now. I'm busy. I'm busy.
Thank you,
All
Martha.
right, thank
You
you.
are amazing. If not because of you, we can't go to that care home. You too, you are amazing. I've never seen somebody like you, honestly. Martha is one person that always follows me. When I call on her, she's there. We do go to care homes to help them. Probably we've not been discussing about that. There was a funding that came in. We went to be going to different care homes to teach them how to use computer, to be computer literate and all that. So they are there just getting the feel. Some cannot really operate computer. Some are there, they can operate the computer fairly well. Somebody will be able to do some printing, coloring, and all that. So as she was saying, no, it makes me feel as if I want to cry, honestly, because when you are living there, I don't have enough time to even try to help those people. When you are living there, it's like they are missing you. When you are back, you can see the joy in their faces. So I don't know. I just pray that we have more funding, even if
And the way they will take your hand and be kissing your
I
hand,
know.
like welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my
it's
God.
it's super amazing. In short, they made my day. After, if I live there, I'm satisfied. It's like I've eaten. That's my joy. It just overwhelms me. It fills me with joy. So uh I hopefully, even if I can't do it alone, I would like to source for more helping. I know I have people that work with me, but I have to source for more helping, and mostly when I'm really busy, to make sure when I will get the funding, they go in there to meet them, because we've not been there for a while. you know. I have a message in the chat, and thank you, Martha. I know you are running off to work. If it's possible, please be going.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me see we've got a message here. Oh, let me see if somebody dropped something there. Let's see. She's in the chat. Okay, thank you so much, mommy. God bless you. Okay, she said, "Is Amina? Maybe she's at work. Thanks so much, mommy. God bless you. Amen. We can talk about mental health problem. Fantastic. That's true. The mental health is not really enough. We need continuation of this mental health. So, hopefully, when we get another funding, I'll pass this information to them so that they assist us. So that I'll bring more professionals. I've been talking to a lot of professionals concerning that works in mental health in my feed. So they will be coming in, they will give us more information when the funding hopefully go through. Thank you very much. Everybody in this platform, you are amazing. Joy, Natasha, my baby girl, you are amazing. Amina, Antonia, you didn't talk to me. Everybody here, you are all, in short, I'm blessed to have you. So I hope if I call on you again to come and enjoy this platform with me, you will be there for me. So thank you very much, everyone. We'll just say, we'll call it a day, yeah? Hopefully, if there is anything, I will pass it across to you through the platform. Let remain the platform. I make sure the platform is tidy. I don't like people sending messages through there. If I see it, I'll delete it. Whoever is sending message, so that will make it tidy. It will just be there as if nothing is happening. But when we have special information to share, we will just pass it across to everyone. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Amazing evening. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye. Oh, thank you, Antonia.